My name's Josiah, and I'm almost 22. And I grew up in a Christian home, but I never really fully understood the gospel. I thought I did, but I was mostly just a big people pleaser. And it worked for a long time. I would do things for people and I would get the gratification, and I would feel like God saw me, I'd feel like people saw me, and my life was good. But once I stopped getting the gratification from people, I started to feel really empty. And it it spiraled me into a life of self-centeredness, and it really just led me down a path of how can I just start living for myself. I had so many reasons of why treating this person like this was fine, why focusing on me is healthy, why living for myself is a good thing. And I kept doing that, and eventually I burned out. And it took burning out and just becoming not a person I liked to understand that only God can change my life. I was driving one day. I reached out to God. I asked him, like, to forgive me and stuff. And that was like one of the strongest times I remember ever feeling like I don't know how to describe it exactly, but love, like, all around me, and forgiveness. And it lifted the burden of myself, like, dislike. I had watched my life go down the drain a little bit, and this is horrible. What are you doing? I didn't like who was in control of my life, which was myself, which is not a good place to be. Being forgiven for that allowed me to start, like, forgiving myself. It set me on a new path of curiosity into how I could build a new foundation for my faith, rather than what I'd been raised on. Not what I'd been told to believe, but what is true. I knew God was real, and now I want to study the Bible and figure out everything about him. About a year after that encounter with God, I started consistently coming to Spring Hills. I had been there a couple times, but I really started coming every single week. And it was just incredible how it sort of over time really strengthened the foundation of the Bible with Brett's clear teachings on just who God is and what he did, and the gospel as a whole. I've really found over the last 2 years just all these crazy ways that God has worked in my life through Spring Hills, through the people at Spring Hills, and just in general. At first, the idea of giving was definitely scary, because I don't care a whole lot about money, but I definitely want security. Everybody wants security. And so when Only God started, it obviously caused me to think about what the money I have and the money I'm getting, and how I can maybe better use it for God. And it's like a huge act of faith, but it's kind of exciting when you think that all the money's God's and it doesn't belong to me in the first place. It really starts to become easy, and it makes you think, why not just give more? I'm super excited about the Only God campaign. There's just so many factors to it that I think are exciting. It's the first time since I've really given my life to God that I can do something big, or be part of something big. I'm not doing it, but I think it's really, really exciting that it's going to reach so many people. And I was reached by Spring Hills, which is just like, I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be a newish Christian, dabbling in the faith, and I felt welcome, and I met cool people, and I made great relationships, and I think it's so exciting that can just happen for so many other people.